Hi, everybody. Welcome back to day 12 of 21 Days Anti-Aging Protocol to Awaken Your Inner Lioness. I want to take a moment to welcome you back and invite you to tune in with letting me know where you are coming live from. And let me know at least one thing you got out of your participation in this particular training that's made a difference for you. I would love to know what that is. I'm gonna test the sound. There we go. Perfect. Now we have it on. Thank you for the person that told me that the live was not working. I did not know, and I was talking away, and I would have been very frustrated to know that I talked for 21, 35 minutes and not be able to communicate. So I'm gonna take a moment just to share it in the group again. If you were watching and couldn't hear me, I apologize and thank you for who let me know that you couldn't hear me so I could fix the problem before the end of the live. So here we are, day 12 again. I'll put the live here. You can let me know if you can see it, and I'll be happy to send it also as a replay for the people that want to also watch it later. Let me see if I can tag everyone. It won't let me. Okay, so then we'll tag it to the top. And I'll trust that whoever is meant to find it will find it. All right, so today is day 12, Sleep Like a Queen. One of the trainings that I offer in the past was Self-Care Queen. And I'm linking this concept with the prioritization and protection of your sleep, like it really matters. It's super important, and it will have a huge impact in your hormones when you're not able to protect your sleep. Why? Because your cortisol will be impacted. And the day that we talked about hormones, we talked about cortisol should only be available at night and when you're relaxed and asleep, and when it's available in your body during the days because you're in a fight or flight um, situation, uncertainty, and or fearful situation. And so we do not normally want to have cortisol be available during the day. It's just a clear indication that we're stressed out, that we're burned out, that we're efforting, and it's not conducive to having, that belly fat disappear or lower and lower the levels of body fat. And so we're going to talk about three different tips that will help you protect your sleep, making it a priority, and not deviate from that, making it a routine, making it with discipline, commitment. We tend to kind of overlook the impact of bad sleep, and sometimes we don't prioritize going to bed early, winding down, as early as you can, maybe with a book or lighting a candle or reading something that you're interested in reading or writing in a journal, whatever it is that you decide to do as a way to start relaxing. But today we're going to talk about how important that is and how much of a difference it can make for your health, for aging patterns or tendencies, and how you can prevent that accelerating by protecting your sleep. So the first tip that we have is three tips that we're going to have to support your hormones through sleep. The first one is creating a consistent bedtime routine. So as I was sharing with you, maybe you can sit in your bed and write a little bit or read a little bit. Maybe you take a bath. Maybe you play or spend time with your pets and or your kids or your significant other or your parents, whoever it is that you live with and spend time with in the evening, but really being aware of that consistent bedtime routine. That means that you do something to wind down. That means that you have an hour, limit hour that you say, okay, by 10, by 11, whatever time is convenient for you, depending on whatever time you have to wake up. You're actually putting yourself to sleep like little kids so that you can have the quality and quantity of sleep that you need for optimal health. And so your hormones love consistency. Going to bed and waking up at the same time is going to regulate your cortisol, melatonin, and insulin. Insulin and cortisol, both hormones. So when we talked about the hormones being out of whack or out of place or not balanced, you want to know that those two are going to impact the quality and quantity of sleep more than any other one. And it is so easy to have that be out of balance. And so being able to keep that bedtime routine and going to sleep every single day at the same time, making it a priority, making it non-negotiable will make a difference for you to feel better and perform better throughout the day. And so these particular hormones, cortisol, melatonin, and insulin, are allowing your body to go into that self-repair, self-healing, recover, and restoring functions of your body. Your body has that capacity to self-heal, to repair. And when we're not sleeping enough, when there's no quality or quantity of sleep, then it impacts that capacity to operate in optimal way and being able to heal, being able to reverse conditions, minimize the impact of certain other diagnoses that you might be dealing with. And so that is the first particular topic. There's such a thing as a circadian rhythm, which is what is the ideal time for us to wake up and to go to sleep. We should be waking up when we rise is when the sunrise is happening. When we start relaxing is when the sunset happens. And so we have that natural circadian rhythm, and things that disrupt the circadian rhythm could be devices, it could be food, it could be emotions, it could be lack of exercise, all those things when we're not tired enough because we haven't done enough physically, all those things are going to impact our circadian rhythm. So, to the best of our ability, to the extent that we can, we have to contrast and be intentional at being able to just monitor that and prevent it from going kind of crazy and or abandoning that bedtime routine that makes such a big difference. Second point for today is reducing the blue light uh, how do you say, reducing the contact with the blue light. Blue light is something that's inside of devices, especially smart devices, TVs, cell phones, tablets, computers. All those things have this blue light. The purpose of that blue light is to keep you engaged, is to keep you awake, to keep you paying attention, stuck to that TV, that screen. And so when you have it in front of you and you're trying to relax and go to sleep, the opposite effect from what we want is occurring in you looking at the device. And it's a physiological response from your body responding to that blue light that's purposely and intentionally put inside of the device so that you can stay stuck to it. It causes addiction. Why? Because we have that blue light keeping us engaged, keeping us focused, keeping us stuck to that device. And so at nighttime, we have to be a little bit more careful with not being on the phone right before bedtime because it naturally has the opposite effect for your eyes and for your physical body. And so it says turn off phones, tablets, TVs at least 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. And the blue light will suppress that melatonin, which is important for you to be able to sleep, and the hormone responsible for helping you fall asleep and staying asleep. Many people started using melatonin, especially after the pandemic. It became a very common thing, but your body is able to support the production and the balance of that particular melatonin if you are helping and cooperating with the body to support it naturally. That means keeping the bedtime. That means reducing the blue light, and what we're going to talk after that. And so it says, yeah, that is going to impact the melatonin if you stay on the devices, if you're scrolling, if you're watching the news, whatever it is, watching even TV or a computer or a tablet, it keeps you engaged and it's not allowing you to relax. And the last one out of the three tips that we want to really focus on is to calm the nervous system before sleep. That might mean that you go to bed and read a book or write a little bit of a journal. You do a meditation. Some people do some stretching. Maybe, I don't know what it is that you like. Maybe you spend some quality time with your significant other or your kids, but you really want to do whatever suits your soul, whatever makes you feel safe, comfortable, relaxed, enjoyable, moments that you can create in the evening right before going to bed is going to help you soothe and regulate your nervous system. You can also look for meditations that help you go into that relaxation, guided meditations, and even music finds that you can use as a way to start relaxing your nervous system. And so instead of ending the day with stress and go, go, go hustling mentality. Choose activities that tell your body it is safe to rest, to relax, to drop the shoulders, to chill. Take a chill pill, right? And so those activities specifically to relax and to calm the nervous system could be deep breathing. We did a little bit of that last weekend. Gentle stretching, prayer or meditation, journaling, reading a book, a warm cup of tea, lighting a candle, or quality time with significant other, kids, pets, whoever it is that you can spend time with. That makes you feel chill, that makes you feel safe, that is kind of like a little caress to the soul. And so the calm nervous system supports better sleep, healthier hormones, balanced hormones, and a more energized tomorrow. I remember one of the participants that joined the training said that she could use a little more vitality. I think everybody nowadays can use a little bit more vitality. We're bombarded with news and social media and drama and people losing hope and stress levels are up the wazoo because people are stressed out for so many reasons and uncertainty and all the things that we don't even want to bring up, but you know what I'm talking about. A lot of people are on the verge of burnout, already there in burnout, sometimes unaware on the impact of always on the go, hustle mentality, and not enough rest, not enough fun, not enough soothing of the nervous system. And so we're going to have an affirmation that will help you. You can say that in the morning, looking at yourself in the mirror. You can write it in your journal. You can record it and listen to it, whatever way works for you. Some of us are auditory. Sometimes, reading is better. Sometimes saying it is better. I encourage you to say it out loud at least once. So the affirmation for today, day 12, is I honor my body by giving it the rest that it deserves. As I sleep, my body restores, my hormones rebalance, and I awaken stronger, healthier, and more vibrant every day. And so protecting that sleep, honoring that rest, being disciplined, being intentional, being quote unquote careful not to overstep that. Sometimes we start watching shows or we get on the phone with somebody or we engage with something that keeps us alert, stress us out, start thinking of problems, start thinking of whatever is not working, kind of start pondering how we can make it better. And then we don't realize that we're working our nervous system up and it's hard to fall asleep and relax after that activity in the brain. So learn to just be able to chill, unplug, wind down, relax, all the things intentionally and all the things that we mentioned specifically help you with that. But you can also come up with other things. I like walking my dog at night. I like going out in nature and enjoying it, especially if it's not too cold or too hot. That could be something that calms you down. I like spending time with my daughter. I like reading. I like writing, all those things. So whatever it is that you like. And so we're going to do a little exercise, which is tomorrow morning when you wake up, you're going to take a moment and notice, how did I sleep? How did you sleep, right? And notice. I can tell you that I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning. I wasn't too happy, but I felt like I could not go back to sleep. And sometimes we toss and turn and we try to go to sleep. And I just know when I wake up and I feel somewhat awake and alert, I just got to get up and get, to do something because if not, I feel like I wasted my time. And so sometimes you get emails or messages from me 5:30, 6, and it's because I wake up and I'm ready to go and I just start doing things early in the morning. So how did I sleep? It's a question you should be asking every day. Sometimes I take a little nap during the day. Sometimes I do things like going to the gym and getting in the sauna so that I can actually improve the sleep and increase the amount of sleep. But if I'm not doing enough, I'm one to not be able to relax. And so today I went to the gym early in the morning. I know I'm going to have a good night's sleep because I did a lot of physical activity. I went to the beach and I just kind of spent time doing activities. That will make a difference when you go to sleep. And so how do you feel when you wake up? How did you sleep? How did you feel when you wake up? And do you have more energy or mental clarity? Sometimes you can have one and not the other one. Sometimes you can have both. Sometimes you can now have either one of them. and we want to notice how are we feeling. Do we feel repaired? Do we feel refreshed? Do we feel energized? Do we feel ready to go? Or is your body telling you, no, I need another hour. I wish I could sleep 2 more hours. Sometimes that's the case. We wake up and we're tired. And so some people have a really hard time waking up. For me, naturally, I'm an early riser. I like the morning. I'm very productive in the morning. And so just being able to notice how your body works, because we all are built differently. And although that circadian rhythm, it's like, okay, yeah, you're supposed to rise or, rise up when sun comes up, and then you go to sleep or start relaxing when the sunset starts. Some of you are wired a little different. And so some of you, and especially I know many of the people that write, they can focus with writing much more at nighttime. So some of the writers write at nighttime when everybody's asleep in the home, or wake up really early and write at those times. But you really want to notice how you feel. And yeah, I heard that naps are excellent for overall health as well. I do a 20-minute nap. I learned it in my yoga teacher training. They will put us all on the floor and go into the yoga mat with the hands in the belly or the chest or the heart, and just cover your eyes if you need to just be able to relax. And they will put some music, and all of us will fall asleep for 20 minutes, and then they will wake us up with a little bell. And that became a routine for me. I can lay down for 20 minutes and I know I can go to sleep and wake up refreshed in only 20 minutes. It's just a gift for me to be able to do that. At night, my quality sleep is not impeccable. I still work on that. And so things like working out, doing meditation, winding down, respecting my routine, getting off of the things that worry me, concern me, thoughts that are negative or that are not really producing any value, and being able to use all the things that we talked about help out. And I know at least one of you has this reading at night kind of routine that I really love, and I have a lot of books in my room that I still want to read. And so hopefully I can get into the reading because it's a great way to start relaxing, and your body just starts relaxing, and then when you're falling asleep, it's time to go to sleep. But it naturally helps you with that relaxation process. So that is the homework for today. Tomorrow morning, wake up and notice, how did you sleep? How do you feel when you wake up? Do you have more energy and or mental clarity? And then share the experience in the homework thread. Now remember that small evening rituals can create powerful morning transformations, and sleep like a queen tonight so you can rise as a lioness tomorrow. Hello, in inspiration for you. Sometimes when we don't sleep well, we wake up groggy, tired, irritable, impatient, lacking the focus. And so quality of sleep will help you with balancing that. So I think that we have everything that I want to share. I'm looking down here to see if there's anybody else that I could give. Okay, yes, I see. The winner for today's free session is Amy. Amy, I noticed that you've been participating here and there. I think you're watching the replays. Congratulations, you won the free session for today, and we can book it anytime next week. Let's talk and chat. I'll message you, of course, and we can arrange a time. I ask for all the people that won the free session to please book it by the end of the weekend so that I can have plenty of time during the week blocked out. Some of us are busier than others, and I know that I want to make sure that I have enough time to have everybody that wants to meet have a time available to meet. So please book it by the end of the week, and I will continue offer it to the extent that you keep on participating in the homeworks and stuff like that. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, anything you want to share. I acknowledge you and appreciate your time, your commitment, and you not giving up and not getting too demanding of yourself or making yourself wrong. This is not brain science. This is you becoming aware of making all this a priority. Some of these are things that remind you, inspire you, get you going again, but it's not meant to be something that you beat yourself up or you make yourself wrong or you put too much demand on you. And if you notice today, we made the homework a little bit shorter and we made the material a little bit shorter. And I'm hoping that it can fit in your schedule and it can be a priority and it can make a huge difference for you. I know it's making it for some of you. So we are complete with today. Tomorrow I'll be live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to show up live, you can. I'll send the replay for the ones that cannot participate live. Let me know if there's anything else I can do. Have a lovely night. Thank you for being here. And I appreciate your commitment and you showing up in the live or watching the replay. Put hashtag replay if you're watching the replay so I know who's following the training. Good night. Take care. Bye bye.